Yo, good morning, what up, GM. Super Tuesday, baby, woo, November 5th, 2024, look at that, another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-hosts in the house, Tyler, Mando, Logan. Good morning, what up? How you guys doing today? Big day.
Huge. Here in Portugal.
Yeah, it's big day in Portugal and Canada today. You know
about that this morning. Just it's so hilarious. Like all these Europeans acting like it's the biggest thing to ever happen to them.
Are they like in the streets of Lisboa? Like, is this like talk of town right now? Like, are they talking about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump?
No, man. No, not at all. The Sporting Lisbon manager just went to Man United. That is probably the number one topic in
I saw that.
Yeah, it's been like a period of mourning for a lot of people here in Lisbon. They don't really concern themselves with global politics like at all.
They don't care about anything over there. I love it.
There was riots actually though. There were riots randomly last week for like a day or two in Lisbon. But yeah, generally pretty chilled out place. Yeah,
I saw that the day after I left. Actually, I saw that on my feed. But anyway, Tyler, Logan. I mean, dude, my Americans in the show. I mean, how you guys doing? This is a big day to be American citizen.
It's a big day for the pups migration. All the pups holders in America.
Yeah,
migrate off Solana. Get out and migrate. And this election's happening as well. So yeah, it is a big day. You can feel it. There's a lot of tension. I feel like there's just a lot of tension. A lot of people are on edge. A lot of anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. That's the word that I would use too. If it feels anxious, especially as a Pennsylvania resident. My vote has never mattered more than it would be right now. So
that's actually like something crazy to think about, right? So you're in Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah. Yep. I'm back home. I just traveled back this morning to my childhood home. Small rural town, Pennsylvania.
I love that.
I'm deep in Trump country as far as demographic goes, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this is going to be checking all the markets. This is going to be the most consequential state, it seems like.
Wow. That is big. That is a big one. But we'll talk about that and we'll get into it. I've actually been to rural Pennsylvania once or twice in Westchester.
That's not really rural. But
that's not rural? I mean, it felt like buttfuck nowhere when I was there. Let me tell you that.
I'll count it, but I live on like a dirt road, like farm.
Okay. That's that route, like trailer park type shit.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow, the energy must be vibrant over there. You should take us out there. Talk to a few to a few of these lads. Anyway, today on the show today market report as usual. I mean, wow, big open for Bitcoin on the US Open. Love to say we hit 70K. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about on that front. Tyler's top 1,000. I mean, at this stage, I think it's going to be top one. It's going to be the election. Stuff around it. That's what it definitely feels like. And then we brought Logan on today. He's in the swing state. It is election day after all. So let's chat about what happens here. Let's cast some final calls here on the record and see what's good. Robit Spin, today's winner is already predetermined because we rugged them last week. The tech rugged them and then we rugged them and then found out that it was actually a very, very long time listener of ours and big fan of Rug Radio. So felt unfair. So as we announced last week, we're going to get Ash on the show and spin for her. I'm actually doing the loot box as we speak, crafting because I forgot. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. With seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables the development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized freedom and independence from centralized control. But anyways, Mando, let's talk about this pump.
Who is the man, Knuckle Daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
GM, everyone. So we are here. Yeah. Finally.
We are.
The pups migration day is upon us. So guys, if you have any pups on Solana, just make sure you migrate over to Bitcoin or it's going to burn. You're going to see a lot about this on the timeline. A lot of political commentators mentioning it at the moment. Just Do not miss it. Get out there and vote. And by that vote, we mean is migrate your pups to Bitcoin. Okay. Now we've got that in the rearview mirror. It does feel as though there's been some stuff going on in the market. There is an election happening in the US today.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Yeah. It's concurrent with the pups migration. Yeah. And we've seen a bit of a bounce. We had a hit as low as 66K, I think, yesterday on Bitcoin, or in the high 60s, in a bit of a nasty wick. We've now bounced back up to 70K. Interestingly, the odds market is starting to show Trump. Well, it started to show Trump pull away from about last night, and then you saw this bounce in Bitcoin kind of corresponding to that. The correlation between the two does seem to be remarkably high, even though I think, as we said yesterday, Bitcoin's probably the most immune thing here to what happens in the election. I think there's a case for it going up in all scenarios. Yeah. So, and then we've also seen a bit of a bounce in some of the more. I mean, yesterday was a bloodbath. Actually, it's been a kind of a bloodbath for memes for the last week or so. Like,
yeah, last 2 days has been pretty.
Apart from FWOG, it really did feel like the August kind of shakeout for a lot of the high beta stuff, which kind of makes sense. You know, I put out a meme yesterday which got a lot of traction, which was just like, if you're holding memes over the election, it's been a bit shaky, and I think people were just like, you know what, sell now, buy later. But on the day of the election, I think people are ready to gamble a little bit again and see what happens. So we've had a bounce across the board. A lot of your favorite memes are kind of retracing. There were big moves lower. You know, PopCap kind of went back close to like $1 billion. WIF went under 2. Goat went back under 500 million. I'm trying to think what other big ones have been active recently. Moodang went all the way down to like 120, and then it's bounced.
Wow.
Like, big moves in some of the most active meme coins over the last week or so.
I mean, Retardio went all the way down to $90 million before bouncing to one
again.
Not again, but like recently. Like it was just a few days ago, right?
No, I guess I'm talking about like the most.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones that have been trading the most.
Yeah.
Obviously, all memes are bouncing.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Doge as well. Like Doge put on about 3 to 4 billion of market cap over the last 2 trading sessions. Big moves. Obviously, that is a big election trade now, because Elon, the Doge position, I did buy a little bit yesterday when it started to pick up some momentum, but it's been on a good run, actually. Doge is quietly going back up to its highs of the year. Starting to look like a... I think a lot of people will look at that and be like, oh, yeah, I'll buy Doge.
I mean, I feel like that's the obvious like Bitcoin beta if Trump wins, right? Because of the Department of G, like what is it?
Governmental efficiency.
Yeah,
there you go.
So people buying that, which is kind of dragged up a lot of the other meme coins as well, at least some of the larger cap stuff. Interestingly, like Bitcoin dominance is still really strong. So I thought it would start to ebb a little bit today, but ETH has failed to keep up with Bitcoin again. So Bitcoin dominance is still at around 61% nearly. I still think that will drop if Trump gets in. I don't know if that will be like a persistent drop, but I do think people will view this as potentially like an altcoin trade here. If there's ever going to be an altcoin trade, it's now. Do you know, like, I don't know if there's another pitch for when that is going to happen, but it does feel as though if there's ever going to be one, it's going to be with some bullishness around the idea that you could see crypto policy coming in the US. In terms of what I remember from trading these past elections, and this is kind of before prediction markets were like big. We used to really look at these on like Betfair in the UK. It used to be a big exchange that you see the majority of the volume on, but generally on the up until the day, it would be very skewed. On the day, I'd really start paying attention to the trend, because what ends up happening is a lot of hedge funds, they will pay for private exit polls, particularly in the swing states.
They have access to better data than us, right?
Right. So like what I would look for, and on the state level, I would look at this for. So like really look at what's looking at the odds like in Pennsylvania, in Nevada, in North Carolina. And if you start to see a trend there, I would probably indicate that there's private data coming out, because as the day goes on, they'll be running private exit polls all day. Like the national one, actually, I think is maybe not the best thing to look at. I would look at it really just in like Pennsylvania and Nevada and North Carolina. And if you start to see a trend in those, then I would really because that's what they'll do them. Like if I'm a hedge fund here and I'm saying who's going to win the election, I'm doing polls in those 3 states, and they'll be easier to see like the actual specific volume that comes in there. So yeah, I would really pay attention to that. You will start to see good data as the day goes on from those exit polls. Generally, exit poll data is actually very good in general at predicting the actual winner.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be tight. I mean, Tyler, I'm curious to hear, you know, on that. Let's stay on that for a minute here, because obviously it's kind of topic of the day aside from the big pups migration. By the way, do not migrate your pups and let it burn. Actually, fuck this. Why are we reminding people? The hell? This is like against my bags there, man. Though I really appreciate what you did. It's great. But you know, I hope you forget to burn your pups, y'all. To migrate your pups. Tyler, what do you make? What's the latest? Like boots on the ground in the States. Tyler, Logan, I want to talk about this a little bit. What's the latest here? What are we hearing? What are we hearing? Things?
I can start. So I can go over the modelers. So I posted this on X this morning. So Silver. He's my favorite election modeler. I think he's the best. He put in his final model at 50% Kamala, 49.6% Trump. So like almost exactly a coin flip. He went on in his blog to say if he had to bet, he would bet on Kamala. He cited her recent strong polling and momentum over the last week. The Economist has it 56, 43 for Kamala, and then 538 model basically matches Silver's at this point. That of course is quite different from what we're seeing in the prediction markets, which are heavily Trump, which you showed. So it's interesting to see the difference again between the models and the betting markets. All this being said, like where I'm at today at 9:15 a.m. Central Time in Chicago is just because the modelers think it's 50-50. I think it's because they don't know. There's no clear read on the polling data. I think it's either going to be Trump's significant win or Kamala's significant win. I don't think it's going to be like a 270 to 268 electoral college. I think the polls are likely going to have been wrong pretty consistently across the board. So either like Kamala's going to win all the swing states or Trump is. That's kind of where I'm at. And if I had to bet it, I would bet Kamala wins the swing states. She wins Iowa, and that's because of the Seltzer pool. And I bet that. I bet on Iowa at 6-1.
Hey, you're putting your money where your mouth is. So that's the whole goal, right? Of prediction markets. I love that. Logan, what do you make of all this?
Yeah. You know, it's really interesting comparing. I've just been trying to think back to my experiences in the last 2 elections with Trump. This is now 3 in a row, basically my entire voting life. You know, I've had Trump in an election, and you know, the thing that Tyler and I have gone back and forth on a little bit is, you know, just understanding, and I'm speaking purely anecdotally, not bringing in any of the data and information that Tyler just shared and what we're seeing in the markets, but it doesn't feel very loud Trump here. Even like I said, you know, I'm in a very rural area. It doesn't feel quite as loud, quite as I don't know, rambunctious as it did previously. And so coming into this, you know, this morning, basically these last few days, I had actually been feeling, you know, right in line with kind of some of that polymarket movement as Kamala started to pick up steam. Disclosure, I made a bet on Kamala around that 38% mark. But then you get back here, you know, I've been talking to some friends, you know, again, taking in more of this data and more of this information. And it does feel like, you know, I'm just not feeling very confident in that previous outlook. You know, call it recency bias, call it whatever it may be. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, I'm feeling like Trump's going to take Pennsylvania, and the markets, of course, are steaming that. Like what, 60% I'm seeing, 62% Pennsylvania. It's I mean, I've gone back and forth. I've wavered a little bit, and tried to rack my brain on those previous elections, and I just think the support has been normalized, and that's part of the reason that it's not quite as loud. That's part of what Tyler and I have been talking about. Like, is support for Trump normalized? And, you know, these people don't need to be quite as loud. Last election, there were toilets in lawns here with Biden signs in them. That's not happening. That's not happening anymore. which is part of the reason that I was thinking like, okay, you know, like maybe the quiet vote. That's what people had talked about in the 2016 election, right? The quiet vote was with Trump. Maybe the quiet vote here is with Kamala. But I don't know. I'm feeling otherwise at this point. 10:21 a.m. Eastern time. I'm feeling like Trump's taken Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania seems to be, you know, the determining factor.
Wow.
I think anyone who's extremely confident in their position right now either has access to private data that no one else has, or they're just dumb. Because like I don't think you can be incredibly confident either side right now.
I mean, I think it's going to be a landslide. I haven't said who. See, that's how you do it. That's literally how you do it. You know, I'm. I think that's the easy way to do it. Listen, I'm max short and I'm max long. That way, no matter what happens today, I'll win a trade. It's not about making money to me. It's about being right, and the strategy gives me the best chance. Those were the words of Keyboard Monkey this morning, and I agree with him. Mando has disappeared inside his duck. I think he's been eaten by his duck. I love that. Yonder is saying, I think someone is going to win. That's a great call. That's a great call. Okay, are we making calls? Like, are you guys down for that? Like, do you guys want to make calls right now? That what do we think happens?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of already gave mine, but I'll go Kamala landslide, 300 plus electoral votes.
Whoa. Okay, Mando, what do you think? Oh, you're muted.
I think the opposite. But that's mainly because I'm just going to follow. I personally followed betting markets on this, and I just feel as though I think they're going to be right.
Logan?
Yeah. Like I said, I've wavered, but I as of this exact moment, 10:23 a.m. Eastern time, I think I'm leaning towards Mando's position. If you had asked me yesterday, I think I would have given you a different answer. But that's what I'm feeling with the boots on the ground right now.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a Trump landslide too, but we'll see. That's my call on the electoral vote, but we'll see. Let's look at the prediction markets for a second here, guys. So Paulie obviously has been like heavy Trump the whole time so far at 62.7, 37.4. I think Tyler, you sent me something right earlier to share
the swing states just to show that like Logan is not just making this up. Like Pennsylvania is by far the important state there.
Oh wow. So what does this mean? Tipping point state in 20. So that means that you're betting on Pennsylvania to be the most important state. That like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, if they win that state, they've effectively like clinched.
Wow. Okay. And it looks like I saw the schedule, but this is going to be running till like super late, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Pennsylvania is one of the latest ones for us to get the counts.
Because isn't it East Coast? Like, why would that
because
be?
They don't allow. I was watching this on the news, and I think it's Pennsylvania. They don't allow the counting of early votes until today. So even though they've had the early votes, they're not legally allowed to start counting them.
Is there data on how many though, or anything like that, or not yet?
There's like a million, like 1.3 million early votes.
Interesting. I like that though. I don't think it should be shared until after the election anywhere.
I mean, I see your point.
Because it plays mental games, right?
I would prefer it to be counted just from an efficiency standpoint, but results not shared, I think is probably the better outcome.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just low. It's hard to have it counted, not shared, right?
Also, who cares? I mean, there's polls, there's exit polls from early voting, right? I think so. I mean,
yeah,
let's get the data out there. Like you should be voting based on your own personal values and not because of the results of the early polls in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, I see. All right. Well, look, we'll see what happens in the markets today. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a volatile day, so be careful out there. 69.6 Bitcoin here, 166 Solana, nice bounce on that. I think it went as low as 155 last night, Mando. So that was a nice little bounce here.
Griffin was speaking to me on the side chat saying he was going to get liquidated at 153, and I was like, "Oh,
you guys,
it's possible."
He just did, so I think we were all happy for him.
Yeah, I was sweating that whiff trade for a moment. I'm not gonna lie. So
the swings in my portfolio have been
insane. Yeah, but the swings in spot hit different swings in leverage. Because one of them you can literally lose everything in one flash. Like one wick is enough to tick you out, and there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. So we'll see. Curious to hear what you guys think here. So if you're a listener, make sure you comment below who you think is going to win and the electoral vote and everything. Anyways, ETH. Actually, I bull posted ETH yesterday, boys. I bull posted ETH yesterday. I may have saved it. I may have bottomed ETH like Vitalik did with Solana after FTX. I think that Ethereum is going to catch a serious. I know we said Solana's going to catch a serious bid on the Trump win. It's true, alts in general, but I think Ethereum would catch a serious bid because he got some more positive news yesterday about another stablecoin being launched on it, on top of the UBS stuff we talked about. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum catching a fat bid. And that kind of made me bullish yesterday. I was talking about it because when I compared year to dates of Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol, I was like, wait, like I don't know. The outlier here is ETH for the wrong reasons, but I don't know. I think we could catch one there. But anyways, Tyler.
Oh, I mean, I'm ready to endorse that.
Yeah?
I'm ready to endorse
ETH right now?
I think we got a new data point yesterday from the state of Michigan, another swing state.
Really?
So the state of Michigan's pension picked up $10 million worth of ETH ETF positions, which is more than the $6 million they had previously bought in Bitcoin ETF positions.
Yeah.
And this was kind of the primary bull thesis, right? Is that the ETH ETF trade would start to pick up. It's the diversification play. And like as Jurasi mentioned, he thinks the flows are coming. They've been delayed. Like, I don't know. We're starting to see some signs that maybe they're starting to come. And when you see the impact that the ETFs had on Bitcoin, you see how much ETH has lagged, you can talk yourself in to this is a better trade. Right, putting like the fundamentals of ETH aside and all that.
This is what I was saying earlier. Like, if there's any time for ETH BTC to reverse, it's in the next 24 hours. If it doesn't, then you have a real problem. But like, I think it's tough to be bearish on ETH if Trump gets in.
I don't know. There was the UBS stuff. I mean, you weren't there. Like we talked about it for a while yesterday, Mando, the tokenization for them, their fund. And then did you guys see the Kraken and all these people are getting together to start a
Stablecoin.
A stablecoin on Ethereum again. Like, I don't know. I just like Robinhood, Kraken, Paxos, and other crypto law firms, launch global dollar USDG on Ethereum. So, and that was on the back of this news right under it. And then this one. So it's like, I don't know, like part of sentiment shift, balls tingling. I feel like the people buying all the Bitcoin up think like, oh, what's the beta? What's the second after Bitcoin? They can only buy ETH, right? Through ETFs.
I still prefer Coinbase stock to ETH. As I've said a few times. I think if you look at MicroStrategy versus Bitcoin, I think Coinbase and ETH are probably a good comparison now. Like, because I think Coinbase is largely an ETH company at the moment, and it captures a lot of the value. They didn't have a good set of earnings, but like if Trump gets in,
dude, the earnings were barely missed. Like that was like kind of like, yeah, it was nothing burger.
Think about why are you bullish on ETH post-election? You're bullish on tokenization. You're bullish on the idea that they're going to start tokenizing all these funds, and I'm telling you that's going to happen on Base. That's where it's going to be allowed to happen. Also, they own a massive stake in Circle, right? Which is the other big stablecoin that could go forward. Like, if you're bullish on ETH right now, I think a lot of that flows to Coinbase.
Yeah, but it's easier to buy crypto than buy stocks for me. Not gonna lie. So
yeah, you can't get a voucher to buy stocks.
I mean, it's a hassle here. To do it. So I don't know.
Soon you're gonna be able to do it on chain, and it's gonna be easy.
True story. Tyler, let's see what you got for us today.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears.
Can we just stop for a second? What is the final line of that?
Ready to bash some bears.
Yeah, no, that bit. The bit before that calls the.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears.
I have no idea. Tyler D on FOMO calls the kid can't miss.
Because the kid can't miss. Yeah.
The kid cast can't miss.
The kid can't miss. Damn.
They must not know me very well.
Clear, 2 of the 3 co-hosts didn't know that line until just now.
Reality and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
The kid can't miss. Tyler D on FOMO.
That was very clear.
Miss.
I was listening to it yesterday. I was like, I've been listening to this for so long, and I still don't know that line.
Well, it's because you've been listening. We haven't been paying attention. It's different.
You didn't know it either.
And the bear starts growling.
My mom used to say, tu m'entends, mais tu m'écoutes pas.
Oh, don't give me.
You hear me, but you don't listen to me.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it goes in from one ear, goes out from the other. It's just
Only speak a little bit.
tu es le falafel. All right, Tyler, what the fuck is up in space?
The election is the top story. We went over it. Crypto majors are now pumping on the open amidst big ETF outflows the last couple of days. So maybe those are going to reverse. We saw global investment firm Bernstein. They shared their Bitcoin price target of 90K and a Trump win 50K for Kamala, although they think it's going to 200K by end of next year. Regardless, UK pension fund Cartwright just closed a $59 million position in Bitcoin. That is 3% of its portfolio. Nice allocation there. As I just mentioned, the state of Michigan added $10 million in Ethereum ETFs to diversify its holdings. Fairshake has raised $78 million already for the 2026 elections, thanks to contributions from A16Z and Coinbase. So they are already looking ahead. We saw Legion partner with Blueprint to enable regulatory compliant ICOs in the EU while also reducing costs. And then we touched on the stablecoin news, but Robinhood, Kraken, Paxos, and others teamed up to launch a stablecoin USDG on Ethereum. In token and protocol news, Swell announced its airdrop and TGE event for Thursday, November 7th. LFJ, formerly Trader Joe, Let's Fucking Joe, announced their new token mill product as a new token playground and community flywheel platform. And guess what? That is coming to Solana. It will not be on Avalanche. Gemini has launched a new Go Where Dollars Won't global campaign.
Trader Joe's is coming on to Solana?
Yeah.
A new product on Solana. That is correct. So like they're not abandoning Avalanche, but their next
Right.
product.
Not the supermarket, right?
Well, they got sued by the supermarket.
Oh wait, it's not the supermarket. You tell me I kept out my salary on Solana.
Trader Joe's was like infamously the biggest DEX on AVAX during the
I know, I remember they got a lawsuit too. I was kidding, but I was hoping Trader Joe's, a real one, comes on Solana.
Yeah, I mean, so this one hit me. So like I went to trade a meme coin on Avalanche for the first time last week, and I was looking for Trader Joe and I couldn't find it.
How are your stick facts doing, by the way?
I mean, Stick is one of the strongest meme coins we have.
The only one, right?
On this planet. Cleo is squarely behind it. It is a low cap. Currently,
Tyler did not want to say the name. I did, just for the record. I did. I don't have any. I don't have names on AVAX, but hey,
sure, it's good. If Avalanche memes see any success this cycle, Stick is going to be there.
Didn't they have one called like Cock or something that was cooking at some point?
Cockino. Yeah.
Cockino. Let's revisit that one.
Yeah,
Well,
the foundation supported all those. I don't know if you remember that.
I was like, guess the Cock market cap right now without looking, but you showed it already.
Shit, my bad.
The bag holder, it seems.
It's fine. If you dump on the foundation, it's okay.
Wow.
Right?
So this thing got to
400 million, I think.
Yeah, it was 400 mil. It was insane.
yeah. So there's room to run on Avalanche is what I'm hearing.
I love that. I love that. All right. What else? What has he got?
Yeah, so we got sidetracked there a little bit. I was ready to go to meme coins anyway. Meme coin majors were pretty green even before the market opened, so I imagine they're up even more now. We saw Sigma, T, and Farokh were big movers. I actually have a Farokh anecdote for later on if we want to get into it. Haggis, the latest hippo, got the moonshot listing. It pumped on that. In NFTs, we saw FOMO Magis jump another 30%. They are a 60 SOL floor now. That is 2x the Mad Lads floor. So not only did the FOMOs flip them, they have doubled them now. And then OpenSea, we talked about on yesterday's show, we broke the news But again, in case anyone missed it, OpenSea has made the surprise announcement of a new OpenSea coming December 2024. While he shared a tweet that looks like there is a leaderboard tied to this, which makes folks think that perhaps there is also an airdrop, though that is not confirmed.
You seen Peanut this morning?
No.
Peanut doubled off the bottom as well.
70 million again. Just did a, because I think Elon tweeted about it. Again, it went from 25 to 80 this morning.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
nice little comeback there. I was on record saying the Peanut trade was over, but
Well,
Well, it may be over this time. Like this could be the final pump too, right? You never know with these. So you could be right, but you could be either maybe very wrong or you were just right. No in between.
it probably,
Go ahead. Sorry.
it probably depends on the election results.
Actually, does Peanut become the mascot if Trump wins?
that's what I think Elon tweeted yesterday for Peanut a couple of times. Like he's continuing to make this a thing.
Elon Musk.
I do think it's kind of that's the issue about it. Like though it's an election trade, that also makes it slightly divisive. I think as a trade. I don't know if you agree, Tyler, but like I feel as though political
Yeah, it's the right wing trade.
political
He's retweeting a lot right now. This is insane.
like this. If Bowden was still going, this would be the time you'd be selling it, right?
Oh, wow, look at this. People
You know-
got the Elon retweet.
You don't want to own a political meme after the election.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think that's the risk, right? It's like if Kamala wins, the Peanut meme probably gets hurt a decent amount.
Trump wins.
Oh, this is why. He posted even on his America Super PAC thing. Look, this is Elon's PAC.
Elon's propaganda.
The
Peanut
squirrel
is
thing in New York thing. So here's the thing about the whole squirrel thing is that how can it be that we live in America, supposedly land of the free, and the government can barge into your home with guns, so if you resist, you're going to get shot, and then take your.
It's a 3-minute clip on Peanut.
yeah.
I
On
just
Joe
feel
Rogan.
kind of dumb. I don't know. Like as a non-American, I feel like Elon is wasted his kind of time with this one. This is a funny story. It does not need like a 5-minute soliloquy about how important this squirrel is to the future of America. Like
Right, they do go on forever. Like then they bring it back up.
It's like how many?
That squirrel clearly had a love relationship with that guy. He would.
Yeah.
you know how many animals get killed around the world like every day? It just feels like to make this into a metaphor about America seems a bit much. I feel like Elon's doing a lot more than this.
This one hit me personally because we have a lot of squirrels growing up in my mom's backyard. Though my mom wished they were all dead because they used to eat all her tomatoes and all her shit every day.
Well, seriously, like if in the scenario where Kamala wins, we're going to look back at Elon, who is leading Trump's get out the vote campaign, wasting the last 2 days talking about a squirrel. Like,
I mean, he's not okay. It's a 3-hour thing, guys. He's not only talking about Peanut. I mean, Logan, what do you think of Peanut? Did you take the trade?
I was in and out a little bit on the way up. I think consensus here is it's a little ridiculous at this point. But whatever. I'm a squirrel lover as well. So
I like squirrels too, but like to make this into like the #1 election thing 3 days before
I
we
think Mando has a problem with squirrels.
I'm based just as an outside observer. It just feels a bit like, oh, okay. I don't know if you're winning votes with this one.
I think if Mando was in Peanut in the trade, he would say that the squirrel should be on the American flag.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going for
You
here.
know what the problem with Peanut is? It doesn't have legs.
for what it's worth, my Pennsylvania brethren do not know much about Peanut. I asked the other day. I asked some friends.
Really?
They have no clue what Peanut is. So
I need you to go out there in the streets right now and just take some videos. Like I'm so curious to see what rural America actually
there's
saying.
nobody out on the streets here. My closest neighbor is, I don't know, like forever away. So
Dude, that sounds like a dream. You're like
He's
far
right.
from society.
yeah, well, sort of.
It's a dream. This is a dream for me.
Do they know what Mudang is? Is Mudang
No.
made it?
They heard did they know that Mudang picked Trump?
Yeah, Mudang picked Trump. Let's make that an election issue. In fact, I think Donald Trump Jr. retweeted that.
Yeah, look, that was funny. So they wrote Mudang's name in Thai, Not Mudang, sorry, Trump and Kamala's names in Thai, and then it went for Trump.
Did you see the comments on? I think it's like pop culture. Just type in Mudang Trump and maybe go to like one of them. Yeah, maybe not like a non-crypto publication around this.
Like Little Moon is kind of crypto. Oh, it was New York Post. It was New York Post that posted it.
Yeah, maybe somebody posted it, and honestly, people were like, "I'm gonna kill this hippo."
No way.
I never liked this hippo.
No way. Hold on. New York Post. I know New York Post posted about this article about Mudang. But they post so much. Yeah, they post every 3 minutes. That would be hard for me to find.
Hard to find.
But I was looking at the comments. I was like, wow. People are not happy with each other in America right now if this causes this reaction.
Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely not great. Anyways, Tyler, sorry, I'm now I really need to find this post. So you guys
It's like pop something. Pop culture maybe. I'll find it.
I can talk a little bit while you try to find it. I think Mando raises an interesting point about the broader political memes. We are seeing a lot of red on the board. So Trump, the primary Trump coin is down 5% at 157 million. MAGA is down 10%, 78. Trump is down. Kamala is down 30%. So they really that one's getting hit pretty hard. I think we kind of talked about this leading in. Like, you didn't want to hold these headed into the election. I think I still stand by that. And I asked the question yesterday, how will these coins do in 3 to 6 months? And there are believers in the Trump coin. They think if Trump wins the presidency, that coin is going to do well. I don't know that I'm totally convinced on that. It feels less of a rebellious play, which is always kind of a part of the core idea behind that. Like once he's won, I don't know what's the point. So I'm not saying I'm shorting it, but I'm not super bullish on that one. But
I found the link. Farokh, I put it in the chat. You want to read the comments?
Let's go read Pop Crave. All right, let's see what people who read Pop Crave think about Mudang predicting a Donald Trump win. So on Pop Crave, Mudang predicts Donald Trump to win. The famous baby hippo was presented with separate blah 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 blah. All right, so
6 million views.
Someone send the Secret Service to predict.
No, I see that these two have been okay, but
never trusted this oversized rat. Never trusted oversized rat. Fuck you. Oh my god. Kamala Harris supporters murdered a squirrel and a raccoon, and now they want to murder a baby hippo.
Election night meal. Wow.
Election. Life is good. Hippo.
If Kamala Harris supporter actually did kill Mudang, I think it could actually start a civil war in the United States.
Oh my god. Because he wants him gone. Kamala's cake can shine now and get all the attention. Oh god. People who hated Mudang but didn't have a good reason seeing this news.
That's a good one.
Mudang to liberals right now. Oh my god, I'm not gonna read this one out loud, but this is crazy.
Just kill that damn pig.
Okay, just kill that damn pig. Oh my god, this is crazy. The comments on here is so funny. Oh, this cake. Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Good memes here.
Then we put Mudang. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. But I don't know. Do they eat like hippo meat? Like, is that like edible?
Pygmy hippos. There's very few of them, but
you've eaten hippo?
No. But I've been to Thailand. I haven't been to that zoo. I've been to the zoo in Chiang Mai in the north of the country. But Thailand's got a bit of a sketchy history with animal safety.
There's a New York Times article about eating hippos.
You can go there and hang out with tigers and stuff, but they're often drugged up, and a lot of elephant riding stuff is done dodgily. It's weird. It's kind of they're called sanctuaries, but often it's just ways to make money from the animals. The zoos also there are wild. They're not like zoos in the West. You feed the animals. So I fed a hippo when I was in the Thailand zoo. I fed a jaguar. Yeah, like, or maybe not a jaguar. Maybe it was a.
My
it wasn't
God.
a smaller version of a big cat, but like it's and you buy the food for them. So you'll buy a watermelon, and you'll give it to the hippo and stuff.
Yeah.
The sort of shit that just doesn't happen in the West. Yeah.
Is it true that you are a top donor to an anti-squirrel organization?
You've caught me out. Yeah, I'm only for ducks, guys. Ducks over squirrels.
Yeah, it looks like you hate squirrels. I have a squirrel actually that lives in the house I grew up in. There's a squirrel that lives in the tree in front and I call him Poncho. It's a black squirrel, like super dark black squirrel. We have a bunch of them here, and my mom hates Poncho because Poncho ruins her backyard every summer. But he hibernates in the winter, so he's hiding right now. And I see him every year, same time of year. He comes back out, and I know it's him. And he comes back out to eat my mom's strawberries.
Squirrel.
Pardon?
How old is this squirrel?
Like 10 years. Straight up. Like, it's been the same squirrel, unless now it's his son or some shit. But it's been the same squirrel.
Squirrels live. Let's have a look at this.
How long do squirrels live? What was it? A squirrel. How? 15 to 18 years.
Yeah, the alpine marmot. I don't know if that's the same.
Yeah, those are it. Those are it. Like, it's these squirrels that come out, right? I mean, you have these too, Tyler.
We've lost squirrels around here. Yeah, they look like that.
How long do black squirrels live? Because it's a specific squirrel. It's these. See? Like that. Okay. Yeah, he's sick.
Going to.
Dude, dark mode, bro. It's like this is a dark MAGA squirrel, bro.
It's funny now. Like, it's weird because you searching that, you kind of want to search ChatGPT for this now, right? Like, search has become so different. Like, how long do black squirrels?
Interesting show today, guys.
Yeah,
sorry,
black
Logan.
squirrels. 6 to 12 years. I'm sorry, man. You only got a couple more years. It feels like.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, he's getting old. It's true. But you should see when he before the winter, he's so cute because he eats a lot and he becomes like fat. Like he's just like big ass squirrel. And then you see him after the winter and you feel bad because they come out of hibernation like thin. Like nearly like you can see their bones. So it's like anyways, yeah, daily market report of squirrels. Anyways, is there anything like of top importance that we didn't talk about or that I missed, Tyler? I know we talked about the elections, talked about the market.
It was actually a quieter day. I think FWOG hitting 400 million is pretty noteworthy. The thing just does not stop. So it's looking good. Sigma, one of the biggest movers in that Giga family, Giga Sigma, they're looking pretty good.
This chart makes no sense. Like, like this is where like there's no TA. I love you. Like,
you know what's becoming a really good tool in crypto though is Kaito AI.
I saw that.
And FWOG one on Kaito for a while now. If you want to pay for it per month, it's $1,000 a month. But if you just type in it every single day, which is what I do now, just crypto mindshare, someone's always posted.
Well, this is from this morning. This is literally fresh from 40 minutes ago.
Kind of tells you like what might be good buys, including Tyler's Farokh coin there.
Oh, actually, what's the story?
Let me tell the story. So this was secondhand from a friend, but he basically said he was in a waiting room yesterday. For like 30 minutes, there was a doctor there who had his laptop up. The doctor did like email for 10 minutes and then spent 20 minutes looking at charts. And he was following and the doctor was like looking at meme coin charts. And he said, no shit. He stopped on the Farokh coin chart and looked at it for like a solid 10 minutes. So there are doctors in American waiting rooms who are spending their time looking at Farokh coin charts. And I don't know, the chart looks pretty good.
Listen. If Donald Trump gets in and everybody gets into crypto, there's gonna be a lot of doctors in America looking at charts.
Excellent Farokh.
I actually think could do well. If GOAT does well, there's definitely
I missed the whole AI thing. Actually, Logan, you were kind of like the AI expert. Can you give us a TLDR on what's happening in AI and explain this Farokh stuff?
So Farokh was like right around the initial GOAT launch, right? Maybe only a week or so after, but I believe it's the coin that Truth Terminal suggested it would like to build.
No, it's a she, by the way. The Truth Terminal is a 55-year-old woman.
it would like to build a Farokh coin.
Over the last 24 hours, man. Have you been keeping up with the Truth Terminal?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
I had to take the alerts off because It's
If
not
you
as
go down,
valuable
like,
for
a
me
few
anymore.
hours ago, it posted a pretty non-PC image.
Uh oh.
Keep going,
Uh-oh.
keep going, keep going, keep going.
So many,
keep going.
so many
I'm
tweets.
wondering when Sims is going to come in here, but keep going, keep going.
I'm removing it just as backup because I don't know what's going to come up here.
No, it's fine. It's not going to get us.
It's more
Fuck
what it
this.
said.
Is this it? If we can share Beeples.
No, keep going.
This one.
No. Oh no. I can. No, I'm not scrolling. It says, "My God, I would." Okay.
You don't have to read it.
I mean, the caption says, "My God, I would lick your pussy clean."
Yeah.
Whose terminals? Yeah, getting out of hand. And then it also says,
Oh, okay. The image is fine.
it wants to run for the president of the United States. It's definitely going a bit wild.
Okay.
It wants to debate Elon Musk on AI. It wants to run for the president of the United States. It's posting some pretty aggressive stuff on the timeline.
Yeah, this is very horny thing. It was talking about creating a website. I'm sure it's going to start its own porn site, by the way. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Truth Terminal starts a porn site. But anyways, Logan, what's the TLDR? Because you were deep in virtuals trenches and shit.
Yeah, it's obviously quieted down tremendously. I mean, goats rebounded quite nicely today, but all of those sort of tangentially related AI things have fallen away quite a bit. Virtuals is down. That one's bounced. I know Mando's talked on the stream about playing the virtuals versus Luna. Luna's down quite a bit from high, like maybe 60-70% off high. But there's still lots of experimentation happening. Like, there was the Wall Street Bets launched a agent with a platform last week. There's a platform on Solana now that's like virtuals. There's a lot of stuff still happening. Of course, the eventual winners are probably buried in those trenches. That's where I'm trying to be a little bit more. But as of right now, pretty lukewarm, tepid waters surrounding the AI coins at this very moment in time.
I'm curious how BitTensor is doing, Mando. Actually, we haven't talked about this in a while. Did it bounce back on all the other AI shit going down?
I don't know where it is. That was the thing I sold for
448.
All right, okay, so it's kind of where it was. Have you looked at Cerebro? This is the new one that I've been looking at. It's been the top gainer of the last few days.
I read that. What is that?
It's another AI, seemingly a slightly more automated than because how Truth Terminal works, right? Like, is Andy has to still approve the tweets for now because it's so fucking non-PC.
Yes.
But Cerebro is an account. I've seen. Yeah, that's the one, the top one. It's gonna be linked to a bigger AI model. If you just type in Cerebro, a bunch of
Claude? No.
No, it's being linked to something else in the space, but like a bigger. Oh god, I've forgotten to find it. But Degen, what's his name? The
D-Farmer.
D-Farmer. He's been talking a lot about it. Very bullish. I need to look more at it. It's the sort of thing I think could go higher though. Like the chart looks like it's the sort of thing that's about to gap up to like, and I own zero, but it's one thing that I picked up on this morning as a new coin.
What is it at?
26 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
it
is
was
it?
like 11 this weekend.
Oh, man, was good. Yeah.
I was in and out of this a couple times.
Believe in something.
You look at.
Believe in something, Logan.
I know.
It's just tough. There's like, I feel like, what's the moat for these new AI agents? Like,
I agree.
I haven't spent enough time with this one to understand why it's different or better.
So this guy, I think the guy who's created is Jeffrey Yu. People are just saying like stuff that he's doing is more decentralized. I agree with you. It's definitely a beta. But what I like about these, and the reason why I actually like Truth Terminal is I do think they need to work alongside some form of an AI researcher to be good. It's not just some LARP with a pump fun, right? Because I think those are the ones that like don't last. Whereas if it's like something cool and they're gonna, because every single week there's a new thing.
Because you're more bullish. You're more bullish on GOAT because of Andy, right? Because I see you like answering Andy's tweets like a lot.
I'm bullish on GOAT because I think it's the first of this. No matter what
You
happens,
seem to believe that Andy drives that narrative forward.
yeah, I think Andy makes it better. Like if Andy's vision now is to like create a YouTube for it where they post content, make websites, like already with the images and videos, it's expanding. But there was a comment in one of the chats I'm in yesterday where they asked Andy, because I'm in a chat with Andy.
Get him on the show.
I've been trying, man.
What do you mean you've been trying to chat with him?
I know.
Say, hey, Andy.
But there is a what was I going to say? Yeah, he was asked like, what happens when there's a new model that comes out? You know, like what happens when the Claude model updates? He's already updated it with one of the Claude updates, but you need to have someone who understands how to upgrade these things with the new LLMs that come out. And I think that's why this Cerebro one just kind of has a look of me as someone like, this guy's going to do some cool stuff. This Yu guy, Jeffrey Yu, everyone's like, this guy's the guy, you know, in the same way that they were talking about Andy. So I don't know. That's why I'm bullish.
I really think you should people should try to mess around with these platforms like Virtuals and beyond. You get a pretty good sense of like how differentiated those agents actually are. So for example, like I built one on CreatorBid, and this is no knock at CreatorBid, but it was really easy to build. But I could tell pretty quickly thereafter that like whatever I built from that was not going to be anything super special and differentiated, and therefore it would be very difficult for somebody else to also do that.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, likely making the agents that perhaps would come from that platform be a little less desirable from an investment standpoint. Of course, not financial advice, but so I think, you know, just mess around with them. But you do need to. I'm fully with Mando there. You need people pushing the buttons a little bit and trying to get these things to level up because it's so easy. Yet, right? Yeah, it's so easy though. I mean, you can go build one yourself, but like then it's just any other shitcoin from anywhere, right? There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it needs a special thing. And then last thing, and then I guess we'll get Ash. Ash, you should start requesting to speak so we can do your spin here. So while we wait for Ash, maybe Tyler, do you want to go over like the Myriad memes and how we're looking? Because they were looking really good on the bounce today, all of them, as a matter of fact. But Ash BTC, if you're here, come up on. I already saw you in the comments on YouTube, but make sure that you come here on the stage so we can get a spin going for you and see if you can win a put. But Tyler. Looks like the Myriad memes are having a good day.
Myriad memes are back. Popcat, fierce rebound off its local bottom. It's back to 1.3. Mog up 10%, and lock in. Lock in's the top mover on the board.
Dude,
back to 75 million.
Love to see that. That's a
where's USA, Tyler?
USA. Oh, it's not
still,
good.
It's still below 30. Yeah.
What happens to USA if Kamala wins? I feel like.
I think it's still a longer. I think in both scenarios, it's a longer term play. It's because if Trump wins, you still have all the other Trump memes.
Yeah. Actually, in the post-election world in general, it happens to USA, right?
I thought this would catch a little more hype into the election.
Yeah,
it hasn't.
It hasn't.
But I mean, Myriad is still bull posting his 1 to 2 year long outlook every day.
Yeah.
It's still
Mog has 100 million on XPX now. Do you see that, Mando?
I mean, that's a
$100 million difference now between Mog and SPX. Since the day you talked shit again, Tyler, the shit flipped completely. Not only 100 million, sorry, $106.2 million market cap difference.
You know what we need? We need those poly market like historical lines.
Yeah. You're getting mogged, bro. That's what's happening.
There's sine waves.
You can if you put both charts together. You know how people do those things. I think you can, but
there's a way to do it.
Yeah, there's a way to do it. But yeah. Anyways, so looking good. My bags are looking good here. My Retardio and lock-in bags are looking great. My Mog bags, I have those three: Mog, Retardio, lock-in, and my 3 coins out of Myriad memes. They're looking good today. Love to see that. Anyways, all right. So let's get to spinning, y'all. So here's it. TLDR. I told you at the beginning of the show last week, on the last spin of the day, where the Sprotto actually was on $8,000 given away to Marky Mark, I believe, happened. So Ash had requested to speak like 1 million times, and actually she kept getting rugged and proved it to us. So we got the proof, everything on multiple devices, and she was there. Turns out Ash's very real account, and I said it was probably a bot. I was wrong, so I apologize for that. 6,000 tweets, everything. And when she changed her PFP back, we all recognized her. We're like, oh, that person. So Ash, We're sorry, but we're happy we could make it right and give you this first spin. So tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the next 3 spins of the week, we'll do like usual. But this one, rightfully goes back to Ash, who got rugged by us and by the gods of X. Ash, what's up? Good morning. How you doing? If you can hear me or speak. If not, you can just send some emojis. But you're on stage, so here it is. Here it is. So we have today 2 punks again. I didn't see the earring on this one. Miladies at 2%. I doubled the Miladies, less Miladies, but more odds. Sproto 3%, 3%, 2%, and a bunch of red guys as usual. So Ash, I'm assuming that you're ready. I don't think you're gonna unmute, but if you're ready, just give me some thumbs up here. And we are going to spin for you and bless the spin. So last week was big week with wins. Let's see what we get. There you go. I see the emojis going. All right, let's do it, Ash. Oh shit! Ready! Oh, let's go! Let's go! Yo!
I'm pretty. The last one was 8.5 grand, right? So this is a 4.5 grand upgrade from last week's spin.
Dude, I felt sick because we rugged her and she missed a chance on the $8,000 spin, and now she got a $12,000 spin.
I thought for sure it was gonna be a wreck guy.
Oh, and just so like Ash has literally been following, I mean, me personally and Rug Radio since like the beginning. Like this is someone who minted rugs. Like literally, that's how bad my mistake was the other day when I was like, oh, fuck it, it's a bot. Like, and I felt so sick to my stomach. I'm not going to lie, guys. But, oh my God, this is sick. This is sick. Congratulations, Ash. Let's go. 12,000 given. All right, boys. We will, I guess, I'll see you guys on social media because you're all going to be terminally online tonight.
Yeah, real quick and shout out. Yeah, Underexposed. We're launching the new show.
Yeah,
in 1 hour, noon Eastern.
Noon Eastern every single Tuesday. Tyler is now co-hosting a show called Underexposed with D's. You may have to rebrand it to Overexposed in the bear market, but for now it's called Underexposed, D's and Tyler. And I think you're gonna have Peter Jennings and Jeeps coming in out, right?
Yes, and Logan.
I fucking love that. Sure. You guys are bringing that back. So every Tuesday at noon, tune in. I know I'll be tuned in. That's for sure. And with that. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, perhaps with a new president and the elections behind us for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.